SQL class, sorry. And our focus today will be for joins and with for working with multiple tables. Okay, so far as you saw, we were only working with one table. Now, in most cases, we will need to work with more than one. Like our information are divided to multiple tables. For example, in the Word database that we have, okay, you will notice that we have a table for countries and also a table for cities. What do you think the relation between country and city is? What type of relation?
One too many.
One to many. Yeah, because a city is always in one country, okay? Of course, unless there's a political conflict, don't care about that. Okay, and a country has many cities. Okay, so it's one to many. So what did we use to do when we had a one to many relation? Like in the many part, for example, in the city. Okay, so the city has a name, has let's say population of the city, but there was a very important thing to add along the properties of the city.
Country ID.
Yeah, so we need an ID or something that identifies the one relation. So we said the city belongs to a country, right? So the city, along the name of that city, population of that city, we need a field like country ID. In our case, let's go see what do we have. Like, do we have an ID or what? Okay, so let's go see the cities. So name of the city, country code. So here they said, okay, we will use the country code, okay, rather than the ID, okay, because the country code actually is an ID, is an identification for the city, okay. It defines the city. Um, sorry, it defines the country. So when you say CA, okay, CA is Canada, okay, it won't be any other country, okay. Each country has its own unique code. Okay, AFG, for example, is Afghanistan, NLD, Netherlands. Okay, and that's how we continue. Okay, now we should have a relation like one to many, but I'm not sure if we have it here. Okay, but as long as we have this field, we should be fine to do our joins in our table. Okay, now let's see the different types of joins. Okay, so the default one, okay, is this one. It's called the inner join. So left table is, imagine, is the country table. Right table is the city table. So when you want to join the two tables, okay, you will put them like something like head to head. Okay, so eventually you can have an imaginary table that is the combination of both. Okay, so the first table, which is country, put it like just near the second table, which is the city. And imagine having a big table now that has both. Okay, but imagine that there are some cities in my table, okay, without a country for some reason, like someone didn't enter them. Like, look at this field, okay? Like for some cities, there are, for example, some cities without a country, okay? Like they are not entered yet, or someone deleted them by mistake. So if you are using inner join, you won't see those cities with null country values. Okay. Inner join will only bring you the matching fields. Like it will ignore the countries without any cities, and it will ignore the cities without any country. It will just bring you the matching data, the data where you have a country and you have a city. Okay, so for example, if you have a city without a country, okay, in your table, like imagine this city, Rotterdam, without this, okay, when you do the inner join, okay, the result, this imaginary big table, the result one, it won't have this empty city without a country, okay? So inner join is the default join, and you can call it join, okay? So if you say it in your code, inner join or join, it's the same, okay? It will bring only the data shared between those two tables. Now you can imagine what left join is. Left join is inner join, okay? It will bring the matching data, okay? Plus anything null from the left side. So when you do the join, okay, let's make a join first. Let's make an inner join and see what's going on. Then we'll talk about the left join. Okay, so for example, I want to see all the countries in Canada. Okay, so let's take the question. Okay, uh, all countries in Canada, all cities in Canada, sorry. Okay, I want to see all cities in Canada. Now, what is the problem here? Canada as a country is where is in the country table. Okay, cities of Canada are where are in the cities table. Okay, so that's the first sign. You will notice that you need to do a join. Okay, now what type of join? That's like the next story. But once you notice that your query requires information from two tables, okay, or like now all what you know is the name of the country. Okay, you don't even know the code of Canada. Okay, like I don't know. Okay, I only have the name of the country. I have Canada. Okay, so where is the name of the country located? In what table? In the country. Name of the country. Okay, so name of the country is in this table. See, this is name of the country. Canada should be somewhere here. Okay, so the first information I have, okay, first piece of information I have for my query is located in this table, right? Okay, but what do I want? I want to know the names of the cities. Okay, okay, where are the cities? Are they in the same table here? Nope, they are in a different table, in the cities table here, somewhere here. So I need the conjunction of two tables to be able to fulfill my query. Okay, that's when I know that I need a join for sure. Okay, anytime you have information in two or more than two tables, you need a join. Okay, otherwise you won't be able to get what you want. Okay, so I need to match the information between city table and country table. Okay, depending on what is the shared factor or the shared column between those two tables. Like there should be a column, okay, where it's the same here and there. Otherwise, how would you match those two tables together? Okay, how would you join them? Okay, so joining needs a criteria, okay, which is a column, okay, to join those two tables together. Otherwise, you can't join them. Okay, so first thing about join is you need to know what are you joining. Okay, what tables are you going to join? Okay, table country and table city. Now, next step is what is the key that's shared between those two? Okay, the key is, in my case, is this field called country code. Okay. Okay, so let's try to write our first join. So I want to select, so what do you want the end result to look like? The end result should look like Ottawa, Canada, right? Winnipeg, Canada. So name of a city and name of the country. Okay, so I want city dot name. Okay. And let's call this one city. And and in my final result, I also want to see country dot name as let's call it country. Otherwise, both will look like name. Okay, it won't look nice. So I need an alias here. Okay, so where are those like they are the this one is in city and this one in table country. So my from, okay, my from is not from country or from city, just like before. It should be from a join between those two tables. Okay. Otherwise, I won't be able to get information from both. Okay. So I want it from city join with what? With country. Okay. So instead of from city or from country itself, I want city join country. So imagine that big connected table. It's like you are putting them side to side, those two tables. And now you are selecting. Okay. Now, after you say, okay, what do you want to join? Okay, you need to say, okay, what is the field that is matching between those two tables? Okay, so you need to say on, okay, city dot country code should equal to what? To country dot code. I think it's called code or code 2 here. Code. Yeah, it's called code. Okay. So you need to know what is the name of the field here and there. Okay. So usually we used to write something like this: from city, from country. Okay, and we stop. Right now, my information are in two different places. So from city alone or from country alone is no longer enough. Okay, I need to do a join. I need to join this table with this table. Okay, this is my first part of the join. Then I need to tell my code, okay, those two tables, are you going to just like match them randomly, like cities in Afghanistan are showing up in Canada, or how are you going to match those two tables to make me this big table? You need to use the country code in this table of the cities, match it with the country code or the code in this table to make them, okay, join together. Now, if you have a city without any country, okay, it won't show up in the result. If you have a country without any cities, also won't show up in any results. Okay, like because the inner join, the default join, only takes into account the shared data between the two. Okay, it ignores the nuts. Okay, so I want this one. Okay, now do you want all the countries in the world, or are you talking about like just a filtered set of countries? Like, what is the country I'm interested in? Only Canada. So I need a where here. Okay, where what? Like, where is the country name located? So I can, like, in which table? In city or in country? Yeah, so I need to say where country dot name equals Canada. Okay, so what changed here is the from. Okay, all what has changed. Okay, instead of just from country or from city and stop, we need to make it as a full join. Okay, sorry, not full join is a different thing, as a join. Okay, let's see how it will look like. And those are all the cities in Canada. Or what do we have in the database? Do they have Winnipeg here? Oh, here we are. Number five. Okay, good. We are somewhere. Okay. Okay. What if I removed the condition? Okay. What if I only have select city name as city, country as country, from the conjunction of those two tables? Okay. What do I get here? So now you will get all the countries, like each country one by one. Okay. So first you start with Afghanistan. Okay. You have those few cities. Then the Netherlands, you get those few cities. Then Algeria, Albania, okay? And you get each one of them, okay? You get the list of cities in each one of them. Like, see this table, this extremely big table? This is the join result of city and country without any filtration. So when you join like this line, city and country, that's what you get. This is how the system will imagine it, okay? Because it's matching, okay, like what it will do internally, it will say, okay, what's it like? I can't read. Mm. Okay, Dubai is place I like. Okay, so it will see like internally, it will see, okay, it will reach the row of Dubai here or here. Okay, it will see, okay, Dubai has a code of ARE. Okay, and then it will look, okay, who has ARE as well? It will go to this table. It will look, okay, who has ARE, and it will find it. Okay, it should be somewhere. Yeah, this one. And okay, so it will put them side to side. So the code will look for this value here, this value there, match them, and put them side to side like here. Okay, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and ARE. What if I also want to show the country code? Okay, like country code is here and there, so it doesn't matter where you get it. Um, this one is code as country. Okay, so you will notice that this is the field that was used to match Canada with Montreal. Okay, this is the value that was used to match Canada with Winnipeg. Okay, so joining, always imagine it as a big new table. Of course, you don't see this table, it's internal for the system, where they put all the information side to side, depending on the equal key that you chose. Okay, so for example, let's say um, student and department. Okay, so student could be in one department. Department has many students, right? Okay, so how are you going to join student and department tables on what? What is the shared value between students and departments?
Code of department or ID of department.
So like let's imagine we are saying from student join department on what? Student dot department ID equals department dot ID. So always look what is the key that's shared, like especially where the many relation is. Okay, there should be, okay, one field that's matched between those two tables, the foreign key. Okay, if you remember what we called it before. Okay, this is the one you use for the joins. Okay, and like 90% of the time you will see just the default join. Okay, not left join, not right join. Okay, I don't think we have any null values, but we will take an example on the other joins. Now, if you understood the join, this one, the rest are just almost the same. And most of the time you will use this one. This one is also called inner join. So if you call it join or inner join, you will get the same result. Okay, you will see some people like to write it in full name, some people don't. Okay, any question about join? Mm. Okay, there's also something interesting in this table, the country. Look at this field. What is this? Like what is this? Of course,
The
this is
code
the
of the
country. Yeah, this is the country table, and we have a field called capital, right? So, what do you expect those numbers are? 33, 65. Like if we went to Argentina, Argentina has the value of 69. Okay, what does that mean? Of course, no one has a capital of a number. Okay, so what do you expect this number is?
City
Ah.
code ID.
Idea of what?
Say
Yeah. So the only thing that makes sense is that this is the idea of a city here. Okay, let's look at 69. Buenos Aires, which is like the capital of Argentina for sure. Okay, so we will notice that the designers of this database, they also, okay, included something that's shared between the two tables to reference the capital. So, for example, when they chose the capital, they said, okay, let's put the ID of the city, which is the capital, okay, in what? Okay, in this table and in this table. So this field is what is matching between here and there. Okay, so I can use it for joins too. Since this field is the same, I can do a match between those two tables. I can do a join, okay, depending on this field. Okay, so what if I want to do this thing? Display each country with the name of its capital. Okay. So first, do I have a filter here? Am I filtering like only Asian countries or only? I don't have any filter. I want all countries with the name of their um, capital. Now, if if you are not going to do a join, then what can you do? You can say, okay, the country Argentina is 69, the country United Arab Emirates is 65. So let's see how it will look like without a join. So you can say select, okay, country dot name, okay, country dot capital, okay. From where are those two fields? The name of the country, the capital of the country. They are both in country, right? They are both in this table. Okay, look here you have a field called capital and you have a name, right? So both of them are in the same table. Okay, let's see how it will look like. From country. And that's it. So that's the result I'm going to get. So I just want to see, okay, Aruba is 128 and 9, Afghanistan is 1, Angola is, okay, but what's the problem here? Like, is this a good report? No, I need the actual name of the capital. I don't need the ID of the capital. Okay, this is totally useless for me. But can you see the name of the capital here in this table anywhere? All what you can see is what is the ID of the capital. So where is the name of the capital? Yeah, the name of the capital is in a different table. Okay, that's why I need what? I need a join. Okay, okay. So first step, let's agree on where we do and where we don't need a join. Okay, so you will notice if that's all what you want, okay, then you don't need the join. Okay, but you need information that is in a different table. Okay, so you need country.name. Okay, let's call it as country. You need the city.name. Okay, as city. Okay, you don't need the city number or ID. Okay, but the problem is this is this is not in one table only. This is in like what? In the conjunction of two tables. This needs a join, okay, between country and what? And city. Okay, so what is the criteria that you want to use here? Okay, let's try using the country code with join country city on country dot code equals country equals city, sorry, dot country code. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so as long as you are choosing a matching field, okay, it should work. Like it doesn't matter if you are choosing the capital or if you are choosing the code, because it match, like the code will match, the capital will match, everything will match. Okay, eventually your engine, your SQL engine will be able to match the rows, okay, in the correct place. So notice here, like oh, we are getting all cities. So, oh, yeah, sorry. So this will work, but we are not only getting capitals, we are getting everything. Okay. So this is if we want everything, okay, it will work. But what if I want only to see the capitals? Like it's working. Like you will see that Afghanistan is Kabul. Okay, it's the capital of Afghanistan. But the problem, you are seeing different ones. Okay, let's see if we chose country.capital. Okay, okay. Now you are forgetting all the cities except for capitals. Let's see now. Country.capital equals city dot ID. Let's see now what happens. So what happened here? Okay, let's see those. Now what happened here is that you have each country with its what? With its capital. Now, why you are not saying the other cities? Okay, let's go and see the engine at work. Okay, so let's go to the first one. So it's Kabul. Okay, first one is Kabul. Okay, what is the ID of this one? Number one. Okay, so the engine will go to the country table and will look. Is there any field here with number one? Can you see anything? Okay, so it will match that row. Okay, it will match that first row with the second row here. Okay, and what are you selecting from this very big joint row? What are you selecting? You are saying, okay, instead of all of these, just take me the name of the country and what? The name of the city. Okay, so see this row, please. See this row. Okay, let me try to do something here. Okay, so let's take this row. So this is the first row our engine will find. Okay, now let's save this one. Hold one. Okay. Now let's go here. So our engine will take this city with this ID, and we will try to find a match in those tables, in this table, in those data. So it found that the second row, Afghanistan, shares the same capital ID. Okay, right? Okay, so what is it going to do? It will take this one and it will take this row. Okay, it will join it with what? With the first one that we just saw. So eventually inside the database, you will have a very joined big line that looks like this. Okay. See this one? So now you will have a very big line. So imagine those as like one big line. Okay. So now see this very big line? This is our internal table that our engine is working with. Okay. And what are you selecting? What are you telling your engine to take from this very big line? What are you interested in seeing? You want the name of the what? Of the country. And you want the name of what? Of the city. And that's what you are going to see here. See, you are saying Afghanistan, Kabul. Okay, so it made a very new line, okay, based on the criteria that you provided. And it took the only two things that you are interested in, which is the name of the country and name of the city. Okay, what about the next city? Kandahar. Okay, Kandahar is number 2. Okay, let's go to the countries. Can you see any capital here with number 2? Now, like it doesn't matter how long you go here, you will not find it. Okay. So are you going to see this city anywhere like this one? Number two, are you going to see it in any place in the result? Why? Because there's no matching line for it in the countries. Okay. So this is a city with number two, right? The engine tried to match it with any country where the capital is number two. Okay, couldn't find anyone. Okay, couldn't find any city. That's why you will not see that city number two in our final result. Okay, the final result that we will see is Amsterdam, number five. Okay, take number five. Let's go to the countries. Can you see number five anywhere here? We need to find. Let's find if there's a capital. Select star from country where capital equals 5. Okay, Netherlands. So this is the line in a country. What is the capital? Number what? 5. So let's go to the cities. So the city number 5 will show up in our final result. And are you interested in everything in this huge line? Nope. I'm just interested in the name of this city with the name of this country, and that's what I'm going to see. Okay? So I hope that you are starting to get the idea what join means. Join literally means joining. Okay? It's joining the two tables together. Okay? It will make a very long line depending on what is the matching field. You can use any matching field, but be careful that all will work, but sometimes you will get a different result from what you want, extra things or less things, depending, are you interested in all cities or the capital cities or all students or international students or okay. Just choose a matching field that suits your query. Okay, but the idea of joining itself, the idea of making that big line, is this clear? Okay, sure, okay. And as you can see, it's like it's nothing special. Like what the engine is doing here is really like easy. Okay, like for me, tables should be separated like this, but for the engine, it can make that internal table, that big line, and work with it. Okay. Let's see. What is the name of the capital city in the United States? Okay. Please let's do this one. So all what you want is, do you want all those countries with their capitals, or do you want something else? You only want something like specific from this long list of capitals. So what should we do?
Added where?
Where? So we need to add a where to the same previous one. So I want to select the country as country, city name as city. Like those are information spread on multiple tables. So I can't bring them from one table. I need a join. Okay. I am interested only in knowing capitals, not all the cities. So I will choose the capital ID to match. Okay. Now, do I need all of those? Nope. What do I need?
That country dot name
Where
equals
the
name.
country, yeah, dot name equals United States. Okay, that's all what I need. So you can always treat your big query or complicated query to like small pieces. So if you have like conditions and some hard stuff, try to forget about them. Bring the whole list first. Then do the ordering. Then maybe you can do something else like filtering or anything. Okay. If you feel that the query is really complicated, try to like break it to multiple small queries. Okay. So the United States is Washington.
Mohammed,
Mhm.
is there a best practice to approach this problem? So I went from city, not the country name. Is
No,
it-
well, inner join should be the same. Like inner join,
Okay.
if it's inner join, like see this one. Oh, not this one. This one. Okay. So you will get this piece. Okay. It doesn't matter if you started here or started there. You will always get the same piece.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So,
So
it
it's the
doesn't
same.
matter where you. Okay.
No, it shouldn't matter.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Linked back to code. Code what do you mean? C# code, you mean? What kind of code you are talking about? Yeah, well, of course, like you will create something called the storage procedure. You will store your query. There's a place to store those queries, and you can call them from C# and retrieve the result set. Okay, so if you went to the database, that's what we will work on very soon. There's something called stored procedures. So you store your query here, like a query like this. Okay, you store it in a stored procedure. Then you call it from C#. Okay, we will have multiple classes on this thing. Okay, you call it from C# and C# will get a result which looks like a table, and you can treat it like a table or a list or whatever you want. Okay, what we're doing now, we are just writing them on an editor. But of course, they will be lost once you close your SQL server. Everything we are writing here. Okay, so stored procedures is the place where you store your queries. Or you can write the query right away in C#. Like in C#, you can write select country from city join, okay, as a string and send it to the database right away. But of course, it's much better to store them here, not in the code. Okay, here you will have a place, a centralized place for all your codes, for all your queries, rather than being spread among like hundreds of classes in C# and you don't know where are they. Okay. Okay. How many cities are there in the United States? So here I'm not talking capitals anymore. I'm talking about all the cities. Okay. So of course don't use capital ID and city ID. Okay, I'm interested to know how many cities are there in the United States, not the actual cities. So first, do we need the join here? Okay, why do we need the join? Like, is the information you have and want, are they spread on multiple tables? Okay, what do you have? What do we have? All what you have is the name of the country, right? Just the name of the country. You don't know the code of this country. Okay. Okay. This information, the name of the country is where? In country table, right? Okay. What are you interested in? What do you want? You want names of what? I wish I were in class. Like, I, everyone is on mute. Do you have like a lot of noise? You can keep your mics open. Okay. Anyway, the things that we want are city names. Those are in a different table. Those are in the city table. Okay. So I have something in country table. I want something from city table. So I'm working with two tables. I need a join. Okay. It will never work without a join.
But I found the country code in the cities table and just said that.
Yeah. So you selected. No, we want it in one select. Like what you did is you found or you have a nested
Yeah,
select.
the country code.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's not do that. Let's say the condition is to have it in one select, not with a nested select. Yeah. Of course, in most SQL statements, you can always have multiple ways. Do you remember with link? Like many times we had many ways to do the same thing. Yeah, but let's say that I don't want to make two queries. I want to make a join. Okay, or I want to make one select. Okay, like what you did actually, you are still using two tables. Like first select is from table country, second select is from table city. So you are still using two tables actually. Okay, so anyone can share an answer with us? Okay. So as we sent, okay. So we want the count of the city. Okay, city.name. How many names I have? Okay, regardless of what are the names. Okay, I'm interested in counting them. Okay, from the city joining country on what? On the country code in the city equals to the code of the country. Now, I don't want this for every country. I only want it for the United States. Now, what Saya did is she has select count city name where the country equals another select, right? So you are still using two tables, but let's from now on, when we need more than one table, let's always use the join. Okay, let's keep that in mind. And the result, you should have 274 cities.
Do I have to put city.name inside the count parentheses? I just did all.
Yeah, so a star
Yes.
should be fine. So here count is counting actually how many rows.
Yeah.
Okay, so the row, if the row has only the name or has only the whole thing or the whole thing, okay, it will be counted as one. Okay. See if this works. Yeah, so it should work. Okay. One is counting just a row with name. One is counting a row with everything. But eventually the count always the same.
Mohammed,
Yeah.
I got a question. So, like, we can use the star here if it's just because we are connecting this query with the database city. So if it's another query for another for another database or for another table, we cannot use the star.
Yeah. It's like here you are counting how many rows you have. So if the row only has a name or the row has everything, it will be counted as one. Okay, so imagine this row. This is a row, okay? This whole thing is a row, right? So when you are saying count city.name, you are counting just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, like you are counting the names. Now, when you are counting star, you are counting actually the same thing, but you are saying 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you are counting the whole thing. So eventually, the whole thing or one thing, they are always counted as one row. Okay, so count is always interested in how many rows you had back. Okay, now you need to be careful when there are multiple cities or distinct or okay, like if a city is repeated twice or something, that's where you need to be like extra careful, so you won't get more results than what you want.
Yeah. So what I mean is the star represent everything
the whole
in the
row.
table in city, right?
Yeah, star represents the
For
whole
city.
row. Yeah, it doesn't represent the table, it represents a whole row, like the whole record. Okay, like star means this whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, name means this one. Local name is only this. Life expectancy is only this. But when we say star, we are meaning everything. But but when you are counting, it will be the same result, whether you are counting only the names or the whole row. Yeah, is this clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So always think about star as the whole record. Okay. I want to know all the cities in the country that contains the city Berlin. So I know there's a city called Berlin. Okay. I want to know, okay, what are all the cities, okay, that are sharing the same country as Berlin? Okay. Let's say that I want it like this. Display all cities in the country that contains the city Berlin. How would you do that? Yeah, well, there is a city called Berlin. Okay, it's in Germany. Okay, it's the capital of Germany. So I want to know all the cities in the same country, okay, as Berlin. How do I get them? Do I need a join here? Okay, let's see what do I have. What do I have? I have what? City name. Right? I have a city name. Okay. What do I want? Also city names. So what I have and what I want, everything is in one table. So do I need a join for this particular question? Okay, so how do I solve it?
The code of country code of Berlin, and then find all cities which have,
Yeah,
have the same.
let's write it. Let's write it down. Okay, and send it to the chat. Okay, so always look, what do you have as input? What do you want as input? Are they in the same table? For now, it's yes. So I don't need a join here. Okay, once you are done, please send it to the chat. Okay. So select star. Let's say select city dot name. Okay, let's not see everything. Okay, just the city name. Okay, from city. Okay, what is the condition? Like I want the cities I want, their country code is the same as what? Okay, their country codes, the cities that I want to see, is the same as the country code of Berlin. Okay, so did you need a join here? No. Let's see the cities that are joining or sharing the same country with Berlin. Berlin, Hamburg, Munich. Okay, all those are in where? All those are in Germany. Okay, so if you have the city name and you also need city names or city IDs, then you don't need to go to country, right? Okay, now what if I told you that, okay, that's nice, I want those results, but I also want to display the country name. Okay, now part of what you want in the report is where? In another table, in the country table. So what do you need here? Okay, when we need something from another table, what should we do?
Join.
Okay, we need to join. Okay, so I hope I'm able to simplify it. Okay, like we are breaking the question actually to like different tasks, different steps to be able to understand why we need join, why we don't. Okay, so now that I need the country name, what should I do? Let's work on Sari's code, the same code. Okay, is everything you need is from city anymore? Is everything you need is from city? No. So city from city is no longer enough. It should be from city and what? And another table where the country name is located. Okay, where is the country name located? The name of the country, not the code of the country, the name of the country. Where is this one located?
Country table.
It's located in the country table. Okay, so it's located in the country table. That means from city is no longer enough. It should from city join country. Okay, on what? On city dot. Am I talking about only capitals here or something very specific? I'm talking about all the cities, right? So city dot country code equals country dot code. Okay, so always you're from is the statement that will tell you do you need a join or not. Okay. Now look, is everything you need in the city? Previously was the answer was yes, so we didn't need a join. Now part of what I want is in a different table. That's why I need a join. Is that clear? Okay. So yeah, so I need to say city.name, country.name as country. Okay, and now I'm having the name of the country as well. Let's take 5 minutes of silence to observe the sacrifice of joins and all the inner joins in the word DB. Colin, yeah, this is, if you notice, this is not O, it's O with something. Yeah, so yeah, so this is a Unicode. I think this has to do with your Windows settings. So you need, I think, to enable Unicode in your system. Like, do you remember when I gave you the text file? I think it was a question mark there. Yeah, so like I use two languages here. I use Arabic 2 in my system, so I enabled Unicode to show all the characters. So I guess, yeah, so Colin, I'm not sure how, if it's like, this O is
Calm.
a special O, right?
It's calm.
Colin?
Calm.
Kel.
Calm.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like the E in French, E with a special mark, or this is not. So it's a special character. This happened with me before when I was like sometimes when I want to store Arabic or Hebrew characters or anything, you will see them stored as question marks. So I think it has to do first with your Windows settings. You need to enable Unicode, and also when you create a database, like when you say new database, there is, I think, a place where you specify what is the schema, maybe. What is the characters and options? Uh, yeah, I know where is it in PHP my admin, but this one I honestly like. It's been maybe a decade. Yeah, there's a setting somewhere to enable Unicode versus just okay. But the problem you are having for sure is because this is not a standard English letter. It's in a different set. Okay. See, where is this? Let's see. Okay, any question about joins? Okay, so let's take a quick break and we will continue with our examples after that. Okay, we'll work with more joins and try to make them a little bit more complicated. Okay, see you very soon. Okay, like the question could be like a little bit, it has the illusion of, oh, it's a hard thing, largest in population, most something, or okay. But eventually, always think about it. Okay, I'm talking about all cities in India. Okay, let's sort them by population. Then let's take the first one. And that's how you solve it. Okay, always try to think uh, how to break your big big query to multiple small ones. Okay, so I'm selecting the top one city name as city. From city, I'm joining the country because my information in two places, and maybe I also want to show, like, joining is definitely needed when you want to show the country dot name as country. Okay, so you definitely need to join when you want to show something like this info, the name country of the name of the country is only located in the country table. Okay, so you definitely need to join, otherwise you won't be able to reach the name. Okay, so Mumbai is in India, and the population, let's see also the population, and city dot population. Okay, now we have like full nice report. Okay, like Mumbai in India is the largest city with 105 million people. Pretty sure now it's more. Okay. Okay. Any question about this? So we needed to order. We needed to take the first one only. We needed different information from different table. So for sure we needed to join. Okay. 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 Can we do this without order by? Can you find the solution without ordering? Yeah. So can you do it with Max?
put up the answer or just
Yeah, just like no, like the same query, but with let's say what is the city with the top population in Canada? Okay, so here without using order by. Okay, can we think about this solution? Okay, and results. Okay, so select name, population, name of country. We are joining the two tables where the country name equals Canada and the city to population is the max one in Canada. Okay, so exactly as Saria, yeah, Saria sent. Okay, so this is a way where like usually people write their. So select, okay, under the select they write each one, okay, just to make it more clear. Of course, this is just like a way of forming the results, okay, nothing is mandatory. From country, you join the city on country code equals city code. Okay, first we have the condition that I'm only talking about Canada and the population is select max city population from city. Why do I have another John? Yeah, I remember this one. Hmm. Oh yeah, because I still need Canada. I don't have the code of that city. Does this work? Let's see. So this one, okay, so Montreal is the biggest city in Canada. Let's see this one here. Saria, did you get any result from your code?
No, I didn't check. Oh,
You trust your code so much, like you don't even run
I
it. Like,
know. I need to be humble.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, is it because I didn't set the join country
Yeah.
and the city
So we
code?
need another join
Oh,
inside.
thanks.
Okay. Like I remember making the same mistake. The first time I solved this one, I made the same mistake. Where it's only Canada, but you still need, like when you are selecting the max city, okay, the city with the max population inside, you still need to do what? Because the population of the city where population of the city is in the city, and the name of the country that you have to use it as a condition is in the country table. So even if you want to know what is the max population city in Canada, you still need to do another join. Okay? Because each one is in a different place. Okay? Okay. Okay. We want to display the most crowded, okay, 3 cities in the world. Crowded like highest population. Okay. What are the highest population three cities in the world? Also, I want to know like those cities are in what countries? Okay. Of course, I'm not taking into account the surface area of the city or the country. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just taking like the highest population of the city. Okay, what are the top three cities in the world when it comes to population? And of course, I also need the countries' names. Yep. So all what you want to do is get a list of all cities with all their countries and sort them by what? By population. And then only get the first three. Okay, if you are still working on it, trying. Okay. Yeah, let's give some time for everyone. So please don't send unless I tell you to send. Okay, just give a chance for everyone to try. So as we received from Roy, okay, all what we need to do is order all the cities by population, then take the top three. And of course, since you need the city name and the country name, you need a join. Otherwise, if you were not interested in the country name, then you don't need the join. Okay, the city and the population of the city are in the same table. Okay, but because you need the country name as well, that's when you need the join. Okay, so let's see. So we have Mumbai, Seoul in South Korea, and Sao Paulo in Brazil. Those are, according to the database, the cities, a single city with highest population.
I have a
There are
question.
100 million people in Seoul.
I didn't know.
Yes.
I didn't. I really didn't know. Lived there my whole life. That the order by city dot population part, I didn't put the city dot, and it still showed the same result. Is it because I did from city, or
Yeah, because you have the first part as city, but it's always like you have population in both, like in
right?
in the city, in the country. So maybe you will be lucky and like the first one in the join is the city, so you are getting the population of the city, but you can never be sure unless you write it
Put it
like
down. Okay.
like once you have a join, always use the table name, like city dot name, city dot population. Okay, once you have a
Okay.
join,
Thank you.
always use it.
Okay.
Otherwise, you will really get in trouble if you have the same field here and there. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, something is. So there are only 9 million people in Seoul, Korea. Why is it showing up here? So city dot name as city, country as country, city dot population. From city join country on city dot country code equals order by city dot population. So yeah, I guess that database we have. Yeah, probably. So there are about 10 million people in Seoul. Yeah, I thought like this is like 90 million people, 99 million people, which is, yeah, no wonder you were surprised. Like, yeah. So do you have the same result, everyone? Okay, so I guess it's just our data. Like, this is what we have in here. Okay, of course, don't use this database as a reference to your geographical information, or like it's pretty outdated. Okay, let's have another join exercise. So we want to show each country with the number of cities in this country, and I want to order by the number of cities. Okay, so I want the countries with the highest number of cities to show up first. Okay. Any result? Okay, so we have some from today now. Let's see. So select country dot name as country. Okay. Count number of cities. Okay, from the city joining country on the code. Group by the country name. Okay. Ordering by city descending. Okay. Okay. So since we are talking about each country and all the cities in each country, so it's like we are making groups. Okay. All the cities in China are one group. All the cities in the United States are one group. Okay. So we need to group the cities by what? By the country they belong to. Okay. And then we need to order by the count of each group. Okay. So the count of first group is the count of cities in China. The count of the second group is the count of cities in India. And to the end. Okay. So the trick here was to use group by, okay, to group all the cities in one group. Okay. Okay. So we want to know the country that contains the highest number of cities in Europe. Okay. Is it Germany? Is it France? Is it any other country? how do we get this query? Any result? Okay, we have one from Mini. Let's see what do we have here. Okay. So select top one, country name as country, count as number of cities from city and country joining together, where the continent is Europe. We are grouping by the country, and we are ordering by the count descending. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the Russian Federation. Oh, and Mili was excited to get the answer. Okay, so it's 189 cities. Okay,
But
so
I'm not Russian.
yeah, you're not Russian.
No, everybody thinks so, but I'm not Russian. Very similar, Serbian.
Ah, Serbian. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, very close.
Yes,
Yeah, almost there.
we're Slovenian.
Slovenia.
As Sloven group of people, the same group of people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Slavic, you mean, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're almost there. Okay. So too bad it's not Serbia, but Russian Federation. Okay, it's 189 countries. So, as you can see, I had to, or we had to filter, okay, before we get the results. Like, I'm not interested in counting the number of cities in Asia or in North America, okay? So before I even count the cities there, before I even group, okay, I need to make a filter. That's why we needed to go with where, okay? So it's not that, okay, let's group everything in the world and then take Europe. Why? Like, don't even group them, okay, if they are not from Europe, okay? So do your filter before even grouping, before even counting. That's why we needed to go with where. Okay, is it clear why this query should be written like this? Okay, if there's any ambiguity, if you want us to explain it again, okay? So here, like, as you know, with group by, you have pre-grouping conditions and post-grouping conditions, okay? So defining the continent, okay, is something you want to do before grouping. Okay.
Mohammed, I have a question.
Yeah.
At first, I couldn't get the answer because I added the country dot continent on the
After the
third.
group by, or
Yeah, no, before.
okay.
So right after the count as number of cities.
Right after what?
So I wanted
yeah.
to show the name of
You
the
you
continent
wrote
as well.
you wrote a condition before the from. It won't work.
Not a condition. I put a comma after the number of cities, and then country dot continent.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what do you have. So I
Sorry.
just get a better idea. Okay. You should be able to share.
So I did this thing, and it showed me that.
Yeah. So do you remember yesterday we said a rule very quickly? We said anything in the select that is not a function should appear where. Like, what do you have in the select? you have three things: country name, count, which is a function, and country continent. Okay.
After
Hmm?
after the group by country dot name, you should put the country.
So we said a very quick rule
What am I doing?
yesterday. So we said anything that's in the select in the group by, if it's not a function, it's if it's not count, average, sum, something like this. So you have country.continent is in the select, right? Yeah, country.continent. And it's not a function. It's not like average continent or some continent or whatever.
Right.
Okay, so it should show up in the group by statement. So you need to say group by country.name, comma, country.continent. Okay, let's try it now.
But this is not a function
Yeah,
either.
country.name is not a function. That's why it's in group by. So what do you have in group by statement? Like just speak anything. Just so I know I'm not like disconnected. Yeah. Like what do you have in the select? You have three things, right? Two of them are
Yes.
not a function, right?
Mm-hmm.
So two things should show up in the group by.
Oh,
Okay. Anything in the select which is not function, okay,
mm-hmm.
like count, okay, should show up in the group by statement.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
let's try
thank
it
you.
now. Okay.
Why?
It's the rule. Like actually, it's telling you. So like if you removed country.continent,
Uh-huh.
yeah, just remove country.continent from the group by.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and try now.
Yeah, it won't work.
Yeah, it's telling you actually, country continent is invalid in the select. Okay, you can't put it in select because it's not contained in an aggregate function. Aggregate function is like count or the group by. It's like the rule of SQL.
Using a group by. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
Now, if you thought about it very deeply, you will know why it's not possible for SQL to do it. Okay, but that's some kind of like you need to imagine. Like you need to imagine yourself doing this job instead of the engine, and you will notice that if it's not in the group by, it won't be possible. Okay, but it's actually telling you exactly what's the issue. Okay, so but just always remember in the select, whatever you have, if it's not an aggregate function, okay, it should show up in the group by statement. Okay, this is a very essential rule actually. Okay, yeah, so let's see now something like this. So you saw that I have so many countries, so many cities. Okay, what if I only want to see the countries with more than 200 cities? Okay, I'm only interested in countries with more than 200 cities. And of course, I want to see how many cities. Okay, so for sure you will have China, you will have India, you will have United States. Okay, but only 200 and more. Why I keep saying counties? Okay. Countries. Okay, we want. Okay, Harris, Hans, Ben, Daniel. Like, can we get a new name? Like, not very new, but like new contributions. Okay, we have from Hans, we have from Roy. Okay, let's see what Hans sent. Slick country.name. Okay, we just copy paste. It will be easier to read here. Okay, so country.name from country, the count, number of cities, from group by having. Okay, so like let's see you more. Okay. So as you can see here, there's no way to know the cities with more than 200, the countries, sorry, with more than 200 cities before grouping. Okay. After grouping, that's where I can know, like, is it more than 200? Is than 200? That's where I can do my filter. So my filter definitely is after grouping the cities, after knowing the number in each country. That's why I need to use having. Okay. So having is to filter after you get the group results. Okay. So like I have so many groups, the group of China, the group of India. Okay. So I'm only interested in the groups where the city number is what, more than 200. And there are only 5 countries that fulfill this criteria. Okay, so this was a direct example of filtering after group by, and this is for filtering before group by. Okay, let's see what Roy sent and comparing what we have. Okay, so yeah, so it's identical to what we have. Okay, having, then ordering after a group by. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so okay, so we will continue after the break. We'll take more examples. Okay, we'll try to make them a bit bigger. Okay, and we will also talk about the other kinds. We'll see examples of the other types of joining: left join,